We are here with Chef
Okay.
Roble. All right, so look, on Bravo, that's what a majority of people know you from.
Yes. I would say 99.9% of people.
99.9. And tell us, give me. I don't watch the program. I just know about it. I've heard about you. Tell us about the program.
Well, it's called. My name is Roble. I have a company called Roble & Co. It's my catering company. The TV show is called Chef Roble & Co. And it basically documents me and my team catering events all over New York City, Atlanta, the Hamptons. We're all over the place with it, and we cater events for celebrities and just interesting people, just interesting, entertaining events.
So, are you a New Yorker? Where are you from?
He's from Brooklyn, man.
Well, I've lived in Brooklyn longer than anywhere else in my life, but I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York.
Oh, so you just rep Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So how did you make it from catering celebrity parties to your own reality show?
Well, I was the executive chef at Avenue nightclub, right? So when you're there, like I'm feeding A-list celebrities every night.
Yeah, that's kind of like the hot spot over there. What is that, 10th Avenue and
18th, 17th, and 10th? Yeah. So after a while, you're gonna start to get a couple page 6 mentions and things like that, and then people are gonna start coming looking for you. So it's basically what it was. Like Avenue was really my jump off point.
Was there like a signature dish that everybody came to check for? Like when you go, you have to have.
I'm not even gonna lie. It wasn't really that kind of situation. Like people didn't come to Avenue for the food, but they stayed because of the food. You know what I'm saying? Like people will come.
It's a bar. It's a club.
It's a club. Yeah. It's a club. You know what I mean? But like, if let's say you got a table full of Saudis and they already dropped like 25 G's and they're hungry. Do you want them to leave? Of course, you don't want them to leave.
And you don't want
some
the food
because they're going to get hungry. So you want to give them really good food, and that's what we did. And they'll stay, drop another 50K. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So
now, listening to you talk, you sound like a hustler, though. And I've noticed there's a lot of women, and a lot of black women specifically, that go to your everyday people party. And women, Spanish women, white women.
Yeah, it's multicultural.
But celebs, though, too. Is becoming a chef, was that a hustle for you? You was like, yo, I could meet chicks, I could make money.
I didn't look that far into it. It was actually my mom's idea.
Moms knows.
Yeah.
Moms be knowing.
Yeah.
You want to meet a nice woman, learn how to cook, boy.
Yeah. Well, I had always been cooking since I was like 11 or 12. And then when I graduated high school, I almost went to school to be like a therapist, like a psychiatrist, because I saw it on TV. I knew they made money, but it's not really what I wanted to do. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. My mom was like, look, we're in Poughkeepsie. Hyde Park is right there. Hyde Park, the Culinary Institute of America is there. That's the Harvard of cooking schools.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's like, it makes perfect sense. You're very good at cooking. Why don't you apply to school there? I'm like, you know what? That makes sense, Mom. I like that. I'm going to try that. So I did it, and I got accepted, and here we are.
Now, is becoming a chef, is that I mean, I hear like there's a couple of rappers who are like Action Bronson and people who were chefs. I think Funkmaster Flex actually was a chef at one point in his life as well. Yeah, a lot
that's
of
a
people
nice
don't know
factoid.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
But is that a sought after industry? Is it hard to get into those schools?
Well, it is now because of like shows like Top Chef and Chopped and things like that. Like people are like, I read a story that was published about the Culinary Institute of America. In like the last 5 years, like 5 times as many people are applying to go to school there because they think, oh, I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna be this TV chef. It's probably not gonna happen that way. The people think it's easy. It's a very, very, very tough industry to work in. It's tough, like physically and mentally, and like in your personal life because you're working while everybody else is having fun. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget about trying to have a girlfriend and all that. It's not going to happen unless you break out and start your own bit. That's one of my main motivations for starting my own company because I didn't have a life. I got tired of living in the kitchen all the time. You know what I mean?
Well, and you're just kind of like running someone else's business and making them money.
And that too.
But on season 1 of your show, I watched the show. You had a girlfriend on the show, right? So are you guys still together for season 2?
No, between season 1 and season 2 we broke up, but we're still great friends.
And she's a model.
She's a model.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
See, he's never seen her.
Very beautiful.
I've never seen the program.
Yeah.
No. The reason I laugh is not, I don't care about you. You know what I mean? I'm happy for you. Have a woman, all that. Of course, you guys are still friends. You cook. And she was your lady. She's going
for 2 years.
Nowhere.
For 2
now,
years.
Who broke up with who?
it was a mutual thing.
Nah, get the fuck out of
Nah,
here.
It was.
Yo, you got
it really
scorching out here,
It really
G.
was. It really was a
party
mutual
was
thing.
popping every 2 weeks.
So are you
Nah,
implying that after the reality show that
she's traveling a lot. She's a working model. She gets money, so she's traveling all the time. I never see the girl. You know what I mean? So she never sees me because I'm busy. So we might as well just do our own thing.
But you guys were filming the reality show at that time. So after the reality show comes out, what were the women talking about? Were they a little bit more aggressive?
Yeah, but yes,
me
yes. But you've seen Ayan, right? I was already good with in that area. You know what I'm saying? It isn't like I'm not gonna find a more beautiful woman than her. You seen that girl? She's incredible
I
looking.
did see her.
You know what I'm saying? So even before TV, you know what I mean? So
you say all the right things. Sir.
It's true.
You're good.
It's true.
You are good.
So now for
I'm not
season
tripping.
2, are you just focusing on your company, or there's a little dating going on?
There's some dating occurring. Definitely that. The company is taking up even more of my time. But it's a good thing. Like it's what I wanted. I'm living my dream, so I can't complain about anything.
So you're on a date with a female, of course. She's like, "Wow, maybe he'll cook for me, whatever."
It's probably not gonna happen.
Okay, so say if you did a girl that you really like,
if I really like
really,
you, that's
really
how
like
you know.
her.
If I cook for you, that means I'm very much interested and I like you.
What's a dish that you may cook? Like, but I want to
It
know about
depends.
aphrodisiac foods.
What do you like to eat? What's your favorite thing to eat?
I'm into seafood.
Seafood. Well, if it were you, I would figure out something seafood and I would cook that.
Oysters. Is there a myth about the oysters? Is that really true?
I have never. I ate a dozen oysters the other night. I felt the same as I always felt. So I don't know
it's
if
more
that's
of an
truth or anything.
aphrodisiac for women because of the slurping and swallowing part. It's more
You know
like
what?
mental.
You know,
I think it's
that's
like a
a
psychology. I mean, I know what I'm saying is vulgar, but I think there's.
But that could go true for men
Yeah,
too.
you definitely can go both ways.
It could be. It could be.
Definitely some. Yeah.
Chef Roble's here. The show is on Bravo. It's Chef Roble. What's the name of the show?
It's called Chef Roble and Co.
Now, but is that also the name of the company?
No, my company is called Roble and Co. My name is Roble.
Right.
But when the show came to Bravo, I guess they wanted to make sure that people knew that I was a chef, so they put Chef Roble and Co. So that's why everybody calls me Chef Roble now. But everybody knows me calls me Roble. Nobody calls me Chef Roble.
And how would someone go about? Do you have a website? Like, how would somebody? What do you guys do? What's your company do?
Well, we're a catering company, so let's say you were having, a baby shower or a graduation ceremony or a corporate event or the Hot 97 holiday party. Summer Jam. That's Summer Jam. That's more like craft services kind of stuff. That's a different kind of catering.
Too much.
That's finger food.
Okay.
Yeah, he's talking about some real deal. You guys doing some real deal shit.
Yeah, so like we would like come through and cater your holiday party. We'll help you find the venue. Set up everything for you.
Okay.
Full service catering. That's what we do. Roble & Co. RobleandCo.com, ChefRoble.com. They both go to the same place.
And what's the specialty type of food?
Well, there is no specialty because we're a caterer, right? So we're gonna figure out what you want. It's bespoke catering. We're gonna design something especially
what was that
for
word
you.
You say? What kind of
bespoke catering?
I learned some new shit.
That's
like customized.
Custom.
Got it.
We don't have standing menus or anything like that. Like
so you're like, okay, what type of party? How many people? And then do you like when you ask somebody? Walk us through that. What are the questions I would ask to figure out how you cut bespoke? Is that what you said?
Bespoke, yeah.
Bespoke my party. How do you customize? My shit?
It's the usual questions: the who, what, where, when, and why. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure out all that. We'll get you a location. We'll design a menu for you. We'll make sure we'll work within your budget, staff, all of that.
Now, do you still work with your sister? Is your sister still assisting you on the show?
Yeah.
Because you guys
she works with me.
butt heads a lot.
Yeah.
That's where the drama comes in with you when you're working with family.
It's not so much of that. There's actually, I think, more drama this year than last year, but it's not the same thing because we figured it out. You know? Like I never had to work with my sister before. Like we're brother and sister for our whole lives, so we know how that relationship goes. Like we're great in there. Once you start working, there's a whole nother dynamic.
Yeah, people would say family and business don't mix.
They really don't. But you do need one person, at least one person that you can really trust. You know what I'm saying? I know she's always gonna have my back. So
even if she steals from you,
she would never do that.
That's why he trusts her.
She would never, ever, ever, ever do that. But not to say some other people wouldn't.
So earlier in the conversation, you said that if I cook for you, then you know I'm really into you.
Yes.
So is it saying like, do women meet your mother? Like, how, it sounds like there's levels to that shit. Like
the last girl that met my mother was Ayan.
Ayan.
The same girl we were talking about earlier.
And that was after you cooked for her.
I had cooked for her at that point, yeah.
All right. So once you cook for a woman, you're expecting to fuck too. Then you're expecting sex.
Oh my God.
Well, no, I don't correlate the two. I don't correlate the two.
You don't. You're not gonna sit here and tell me Now, if I really like you, that's when I decide if I'm gonna cook for you. But then now I cook for you and I really like you, and then I'm not gonna get the draws.
But think about it this way: what if that act maybe occurred before you cooked for the person?
Touche.
That's a way that it could happen as well.
So you don't cook. You don't cook
never ever
to get the draws.
No.
Cooking is just something that you're gonna do because
I want the other person to experience that. You know what I'm saying?
And feel special.
Yeah, cooking for somebody is a very intimate thing. Like you're creating something that they're gonna put into their body, and it's going to nourish them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yo, pimping on a different level.
That is a very intimate thing.
I'm glad that he recognizes that, though.
Only cooks and doctors are allowed to like professionally like enter your body in some kind of a way. You understand?
I'm gonna just leave this interview with that. It's Chef
nice
Roble, ladies and gentlemen.
Pregnant pause there.
That's right. Check out his party every 2 weeks. Is it still happening in Brooklyn? What's happening?
It's a secret society. All we ask is trust.
So you can't even find out where the party is.
Before today, the location of that party has never been published ever.
Wow.
So how does one become cool enough to find out?
You gotta know somebody to know somebody to know somebody.
I have your email. I will put you on the list.
I mean, I know where they are.
Yeah,
you know, I'm just talking about.
Don't try to stump.
I do.
She knows. I know she has to know. She has to know.
It is Chef Roble.
She ain't never
Check
come
out
through
his show
though.
on Bravo. Get at him for the catering if you can afford it, right? It's not really. This ain't like affordable shit. This sound like some high end. When you bespoke somebody's shit, that sound like it's expensive.
I'm going
it's
to
not super
bespoke
expensive
my
though.
menu.
It's we're up there. You know, we're competitive with your top notch caterers in the city in New York.
There it is, Chef Roble, ladies and gentlemen. Don't call him Chef. Just call him Roble.
Just Roble is fine.
And don't call him unless you're giving up the draws. I don't give a fuck what he says.
I believe him.